All right, Jeff Zimmerman here with world title contender Kenneth Sims Jr. going back home to Chi-Town, the Windy City, Saturday, August 2nd against the heavy-handed Oscar Duarte, live on DAZN. How you doing, Kenny?
I'm good. I'm training hard and can't wait to get back home.
Yeah, is this your I would imagine it's not your first fight back in Chicago
Mhm.
or your first fight ever,
Yeah,
or what is
it's the
it?
first fight in Chicago since I was a teenager.
Really?
Yeah, as an amateur.
So no like pro debuts, no nothing in front of your hometown.
The closest thing I had was Gary fighting Gary, Indiana. But as far as like in Chicago, and I haven't fought in Chicago since I was a kid.
Why is that though? That seems kind of odd.
Uh, I mean, because the kid part, I kind of was like really good, so there wasn't really no fights for me. I always fought like at nationals, or I had made the team, and I just fought at nationals.
Yeah.
Then as a pro, it's just no show. There's really no boxing there. So it's like
Yeah.
that's why it's such a big deal to me trying
Yeah.
to change that culture because it's not really any. There's no. It's like boxing there, like small shows sometimes, and it's not even in Chicago, but like in Illinois and like the suburbs somewhere. But it's never really since like I
Bobby
think
Hicks did a lot of stuff there. I
yeah,
don't know if he
Bobby
still
Hits.
does.
He still got fights, but I'm saying like on that like the big stage level, it's
National.
not
Yeah.
really. Yeah, the last fight we had in Chicago was Usyk when he fought Witherspoon, I think, and that was in like 2019.
Wow. Wow. So you're pretty psyched for this, I bet.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure.
So my dad is from Chicago and he always talks about going to see Sugar Ray Robinson as a kid at the I think at the old Chicago Stadium. But
Yeah,
he doesn't have much of a memory these days at 83, but he remembers that like yesterday.
yeah. We don't have boxing, so it's a big deal. I can't wait. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, because it was a fight town at one time for sure, back in the day, back in the old days.
Yeah, now everybody all they talk about is basketball in Chicago. So
Yeah, Montel Griffin too came out of there. But listen, man, we'll get into your fight, but let's talk a little bit about last weekend because there was some banger fights Friday and Saturday night. Just want to get your thoughts on a few. Taylor Serrano 3 didn't quite have the fireworks, or really not at all compared to the first two.
mhm.
Were you surprised by that, or did you think it was going to slow down like it did?
I didn't really get to watch that one because I was in the. I had it was on the TV in the gym, but I
Hmm.
was training, so I didn't really get to like zone in on that one.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, it wasn't like the first one at all. They're
Yeah, I
very
heard.
conservative. We'll put it at that. Um, what about I think you got a relationship with Shakur, right?
Yeah,
And
sure.
thoughts on that fight?
I'm not surprised. I mean, I've known Shakur was special since he was like his first time I met him was he was like 13, 14 years old. So I'm just everybody else get to see what I already knew, like what a lot of people already knew. And I wasn't surprised at all. That's what
Yeah.
I like. He fought. He did. The performance was great. I think he had options on how he could have won the fight. He just decided to go that route and win the fight that way because he didn't want to hear y'all, everybody, or like media talking about he was running and nothing. So he stood there in the pocket and he just used his upper body movement, his defense, his the reflexes, skills just to give a good show. And he came out on top. And I think everybody realized now, like, okay, he could fight standing there too. So, but like I've known that he was special since he was a kid. So
Yeah, and he seems to be a protege type of kid, but yet fighter. He's been, like you said, with social media these days and just, the fans having so much access, which could be good and bad. He's gotten a lot of heat, for the Tom and Jerry in the running, but man, watching him stand in the pocket and not get hit by a guy who throws a million punches
yeah,
around.
yeah, he got like cat like reflexes. So it's like he sees stuff before it happens. So I'm
Hmm.
happy for him. I'm proud of him. It was a great show. I can't wait to see what he do next.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. I saw Eddie Hearn yesterday here in Frisco, Texas, where I'm based, and he's got Bam out here fighting this weekend. But I said, is it now time to make him and Tank? And obviously, Tank has some stuff to deal with, and who knows if the fight with Roach goes on. But is that the fight we all really want to see? Is him and Tank?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's been the fight to make for for a while. I've been saying I wanted to see that for a while. So it's like two contrasting styles, two guys that's skilled, but they do it in a different way. So I think everybody's want to see which way can prevail.
Yeah, yeah, and yeah, Shakur. I mean, he's special for sure, and for you to see him from such a young age and talk about that. Berlanga Shiraz. I mean, any thoughts on that fight?
I mean, that's a little bitter for me because I'm cool with Edgar too, so it's a little hard to watch for me. But I mean, Shiraz came in, did what he had to do. Is I was just I was watching it, but I was kind of like, dang, like while it was happening, I was like, dang. I feel like Edgar was doing good in the beginning rounds. Like Shiraz, he said, he was like, I was losing those early rounds, but he caught him. It's boxing; it happens.
yeah, yeah. Where do you think he goes from there, Berlanga? There was talk, even him and Caleb Plant. I mean, there's been some words with them. I mean, guys coming off losses would still be
Yeah,
an intriguing
I mean,
fight.
I think that's a good step for both of them because I mean, both of them. I'm friends with both of them, so that's
Yeah,
what's. It's funny that I'm friends with both of them and that like they despise each other.
right.
So
You got to make peace, Kenny. You got to make
yeah,
peace out there.
but I think that's a good that'd be a good step for both of them. But I probably think I don't know if I think that'll happen next. I think Edgar will probably get some like I don't know some fights to fine tune what he got because I think that knockout streak kind of slow his progression and then
Hmm.
that big leap to Canelo. And then Shiraz is one of the top guys too. So I think his progression, as far as like just experience in the ring as a pro, he probably takes some time to get that that experience that he like missed out on them with the first round knockout streak.
Yeah, yeah. When you win your first, what, 16 fights by first round knockout, um, you don't get a lot of rounds in there.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you, man. It seems like every time I talk to you, Kenny, the last couple of years, you're always like on the verge of like that big marquee fight. And obviously going back to Chicago on the zone, I mean, that's big. I'm not saying that is not, but to get in there, you're like kind of on that. You got like Shakur, Tank, King Rye, Tio, Devin. They always seem to steal the headlines in the public mind. Talent wise, you're probably right there with all those guys.
Yeah, I agree.
But when are you going to get that shot? Do you think?
I think I think this is a stepping stone. I think this is the biggest opportunity I've had thus far. So I think it's trending upwards. So like I always say, my journey's not like dependent on anybody else. It's just how theirs goes. So I'm just enjoying the process of getting to wherever God's gonna take me. So I'm excited about what I got. I think this is a big opportunity for me. It's my first main event on a big time show. First fight at home. So it's a lot of firsts for me.
Hmm.
And I was like, go out there and do my job. I think that this is the one that puts me over the hump.
Yeah, and Duarte, I mean, he only has two losses. One of them to King Rye, to Ryan Garcia a couple years ago.
Mhm.
Heavy-handed. Obviously, he was 135 back then, but I mean, he's no walk in the park. I mean, why him? Why now? I guess is my question.
Uh, I mean, we were supposed to fight in November. I injured my knee, so I mean, it's just what was offered to me, and it's a good fight for me. So I felt like there's no way I could say no to it. He's ranked high in the WBA. I'm ranked high, so I think it's a good opportunity to show that, hey, I mean, I've done it before. I've shown that I belong, but it's a good opportunity to stand out, I'll say.
Yeah, yeah, certainly a clash of styles. What do you see? You just need a box of socks off, or what do you how do you see it playing out?
Uh, I think I have options in the fight, how I want to approach it. Uh, I believe that he doesn't have options. He has one approach that he could take to try to win the fight. So I think I got options, and we'll just go. I'm gonna go in there and I use my IQ, use my intelligence in the ring, just to figure out what's the best option and best route to take. But I think I'm just a better fighter than him overall. He's a good fighter, but I just think I'm a better fighter. I think I got more in the toolbox that I could bring out to get the victory.
And not to say that you can't stand in the pocket. We've seen that. We've seen you
Yeah,
go to war. So we know you have that in you as well. I also know you and Bud Crawford are really tight. Um, have
yeah.
you?
I haven't talked to Bud in a while. Well, I seen him a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago.
Okay. I think he started camp recently, or maybe I know he's been doing strength and conditioning, but
Yeah, I seen. I think he in Colorado right now.
okay. So you haven't worked with him for this camp or anything.
Oh
Yeah.
nah. I just ran into him at They had a memorial for Kenny, Coach Kenny,
Oh yeah.
and I ran into him there and talked to him for a little bit. But I haven't like worked out with him or nothing in a while.
Okay. Kenny Adams, right? You're
Mhm.
talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been tough lately. Him, Mike McCallum I mean, Mike was more sudden, obviously.
yeah.
Did you know Mike? Did you?
No, I didn't know. I knew Kenny just from being in the gym out here.
Okay, but never in Vegas, right? But never came across Mike McCallum.
Yeah, nah.
Okay. Yeah, that was sad. So talking about Bud, I know he's your guy. And I've seen some recent footage of him. I mean,
Oh yeah, he bulked up.
he bulked up and I'm sure doing it the right way because he only knows how to do things the right way. Canelo's still Canelo, maybe even if he's lost a step. Break down that fight.
Um, I think it's a good fight. I think Bud got the tools to win the fight. I think Bud wins the fight, honestly. Uh, because Canelo is bigger than him, but as far as like I guess you go say measurements and like Bud's longer, got longer arms, he's taller. Like Canelo's just trying to say this because if anybody from around my way watch this, I don't want to say it a certain way. Then they be like, "Yo, Canelo
Hmm.
is bigger, bigger than Bud." But uh, I think Bud, I think it because Canelo is not a fast paced fighter, so I think it'll be a chess match. It's gonna be a boxing match. It's gonna be who makes the right decisions at the right time.
You
Cause
think he put
it's not like Canelo gonna come in throwing a million punches trying to pressure Bud and using like his size like on the inside. Cause but Canelo don't really fight on the inside, so I think it's gonna be the chess match.
aren't they more or less both counterpunchers too?
Yeah, yeah. So I don't think it's gonna be like size matters obviously, but I don't think it's gonna be one of those fights where it's like a grueling like type of thing where Canelo is like using his weight against Bud, leaning on him, pushing him, stuff like that. So I think it's all gonna come down to boxing.
And listen, I mean, Bud being, having wrestled and having that, he's got that
Yeah,
natural.
he's strong as hell. Uh,
You've done rounds with him, right, in the past?
yeah, a lot. When he was fighting Amir Khan, I was his main sparring partner.
Hmm.
But even when I just seen him, he always played too much, so he want to wrestle and stuff. So he grabbed me, and I'm like, bro, okay, you got it. I don't want to wrestle because he said he too strong, bro. He's strong as hell.
Yeah, it seems like him and Andre Ward, every time they get together, it turns into like a slap fight or a wrestling
Yeah,
match.
that's Bud. He always want to play.
Yeah, well, I hope to be there. You'll probably be there as well. Let me ask you though, we got some fights this weekend, and one that might have your interest, but we got Bam and Cafu. Uh, if I'm saying it right, a lot of people don't really know who he is, but from
Mm.
everybody I've talked to and heard, he's the real deal. But Bam already has another fight
Yeah,
on
I seen
the
that.
calendar, which Eddie told me yesterday. He didn't want to do that, and
Yeah,
but Turkey, wanted to make the announcement, so they did. But you have any thoughts on that fight, or
I never seen the other guy,
okay?
but I know Bam's is a prodigy, just like Shakur. So I don't know. I expect Bam to win every time he step in the ring. So
Hmm. What about Pac-Man and Barrios in
yeah,
Vegas? Barrios and Bam grew up together, by the way. They're about
yeah,
5 years
no.
apart, but they're old buddies. What do you think about that fight? And maybe, your name gets out there for
Yeah,
down the road.
I've been in camp with Pacquiao before. I seen him at Caleb and Racindi's fight. He remembered me and spoke to me. He had me come to the back with him, take a picture and stuff. But because I trained at his gym out here at Knuckleheads.
Okay.
So, but I mean, it's history if he can pull it off. Do I agree with him coming back at this age? No, but hey, he say he loved the sport still. He got the energy and that what it takes to do it. But it's a dangerous fight for him just because it's overall just because of his age at the end of the day. So I don't really know how I expect that fight to play out. I don't know because we
Hmm.
got to see what Pacquiao looks like because it's been a long time, so we don't even know what was getting who or what's getting in the ring.
You think Barrios is, and he had a tough fight at Cowboy Stadium. I was there. You think he's overlooked though a little bit? It seems like a lot of people are picking Pacquiao, but um, the age, uh,
And at the end of the day, it's Pacquiao, so it didn't even if he was fighting the best
King Kong.
pound fighter, they're going. A lot of people gonna pick him because he's just who he is. He's an icon. Uh, but uh, I won't say a lot of people are overlooking him this fight because I seen a lot of people picking him to win easy because they keep saying Pacquiao's old. But I think overall, like in the weight division and then at 147, he probably gets overlooked a little bit just because all his fights look like they tough. Even if he win, it look like it's tough, and he was in a war every time.
Yeah, and I don't know if you remember his last fight against Ugas,
Yeah,
and
he
Ugas just
already
dominated.
fought Abel Ramos his last one. I think it was a war, and then the one before that when he fought Madonna, Fabian Madonna.
Oh,
That
you're
one,
talking about Barrios.
yeah, that one was tough too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that Ramos fight kind of got overlooked on the Tyson card because of the Katie Taylor Serrano fight, but that was a
yeah,
hell of a fight.
yeah, I remember it. Well, that part that wasn't buffering, but
Oh, I heard I was in the arena getting blown up by people. Yeah, it was crazy. Um, so I mean Barrios though, I mean he has the title. Assume he wins. Um, could he be a guy that's out there for you potentially?
I mean, if I would ever, I mean, we're not in the same weight class right now, but if I ever got the opportunity,
Oh, 154, right?
he's 147 on 140.
Oh, you're still okay. I thought you had gone to 147.
Oh no, the last. Okay, so all right, I can explain this now. Nobody asked me, but my last fight against Castaneda, I took on a 2.5 week notice.
Mm,
I didn't even train. Like the day my doctor cleared me to go back to training because of my knee injuries was the day they called me and asked me if I would take the fight, and that was like 3 weeks. So
okay.
I was at home just with my family chilling because I couldn't really work out. All I couldn't like I could work out, but I couldn't like work out. And then they cleared me that day, and then they go to where I asked if I would be willing to fight in 3 weeks. day after Valentine's Day. So,
Okay, that
uh,
explains it. So Duarte coming up from 135 to 140 is not that. So this is a 140-pound fight then.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And even the fight before that, officially my official weight. I think my opponent just didn't show up that day, and they had to find the guy. So I woke up that morning. I was 142 because the fight was at 143. So I was
Hmm.
142.3 or 4 or something. But the commission was like, your opponent's flying in from Florida, I think he was in, because the guy you're supposed to fight, he didn't show up. He's not showing up. I forgot his name. Mexican guy. He fought Murataya maybe a month later.
Okay.
Uh, but I was 142.4 or something like that. And then I got down to the weigh-in, the official weigh-in in the morning, and they were like, we can't let you weigh in without your opponent being here. So they wanted me to stay under 148 until he got there, which was like 11 p.m. that day.
Hmm.
So I weighed in at like 148, but that's because I had been staying under 148 all day.
Got it. Okay. So that clears that up. But you're 140. That
Yeah,
you're 140 at this.
yeah. I'm a super lightweight, junior
Yeah.
welterweight. I don't.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I was thinking to myself, okay, why Duarte 135 and you're at 140? When I was looking at your recent fights. Well, let me ask you though, and this is at 147, but one more fight I want to ask you about. Devin and Brian Norman Jr.
Mhm.
already heated. Um, that's an interesting matchup. I'm almost surprised Devin went that route a little bit, just based
Well,
on his last two fights. But what are your thoughts around it?
I'm not surprised just because, like Devin said, we haven't seen Brian Norman like and against like the top of the top guys. So yeah, he can punch. Yeah, he seems explosive, strong, and all of that. But uh, like Devin said, against who? Like I like Brian Norman. I think he's in because he fought one of my homeboys, Quentin Randall,
Hmm.
and I think he's improved drastically since that fight. But we still haven't seen him with the top guys, and I think that's just what Devin said at the press conference. I don't think he was lying. But Devin, like Brian Norman said, Devin embraced the challenges. He don't run away from smoke. So I'm looking forward to it. I wonder how to go.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup though. I never saw that. I don't think a lot of people saw it coming.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm curious to see how it goes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got that one down the road to look forward to. But listen, man, Kenny, I know you're resting. You still got what, a couple weeks going back home to the Windy City. Awesome place, Chicago. I still got a lot of family out there. What should we expect for you, man, at your homecoming? That's been a long time coming.
Mhm. I mean, expect a great show. Expect a great performance from me. I've been having a great camp. Great sparring, great everything. So this is the one. This is the one I think for me to like just stamp my name in there with all these other guys that get all this attention. Because I feel like as far as skill, like you said, I'm up there with the best of the best. So I think this is the fight that takes me and makes me take that leap to being a star, if you want to say it that way.
Anybody you've been sparring with that the fans would know? Anyone you've been working with that you can share?
Oh yeah, Sean Porter.
Oh, yeah, I think people know who he is.
Yeah, as far as Sean Porter, I was sparring with Sean Porter this camp.
How's he doing?
Oh, he's good. He's good. I appreciate him. He gives me there's a lot of gems, a lot of jewels. Just like I don't know, because he said he feels like I deserve to get a lot more attention than I get. So that's why he always just throws my name out there or like just says something about me or even if he's saying stuff to me, he just said he thinks I deserve a lot more attention, a lot more, just a lot more just
Publicity, maybe.
praise than I get.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And Sean is, I'm sure, still strong as hell, like a
yeah,
bull.
yeah.
It's hard to believe him and Usyk once fought each other in the
Yeah,
amateurs.
amateurs. Yeah, I know.
But well, good deal, man. Always love talking to you. You're one of my favorite guys to talk to. Always,
Thank you.
always, give me your thoughts, and the fans love it. So, Kenny, good luck, man, going back home,
Thank you.
and we'll be watching.
All right. Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care.